Alright, so one of my main goals this year is to stay organized when it came to my content, and I've been able to do that with the help of Notion. And no, this video is not sponsored by Notion, it's honestly such a great tool to use. But let me show you how I organize my content. Okay, so prior to using Notion, I was actually using a Google Notes app, which was really good because it was just synced across all my devices and it was just always there on my homepage. But the thing is, there wasn't much organization in that, and it was honestly like this just big brain dump. And that's one of the main reasons why I decided to go to Notion, just because it's got so much organization features and there's just a lot of components built into the website. And one of the main things I love about that is the fact that you're able to make databases without kind of having prior database knowledge like in computer science. And one of the great things about Notion is I'm able to create these views or these like boards where I can basically kind of have statuses to my ideas and tickets and kind of see where in the process I am with it. So I have the to-do ideas. So these are basically the ideas which I've kind of just jotted down and ideas that I've yet to work on. And then once I do decide to work on an idea, I then move it to in progress, where I'll start filling out the rest of the content on that ticket. And of course, once I've done it, I then move it into complete. And that's basically just a simple board. So I am planning on adding another column, which is like content complete, but not yet uploaded. But I don't think I'm in that stage of like organized yet, where I've edited and completed videos before they even have like an upload date. So once I'm kind of in that mindset, I'm gonna add that column. But right now it's as simple as to do, in progress, and done. And now let me show you what my idea template looks like when I do decide to note down and create a new idea. So again, it's fairly simple. It's just got the statuses and the date. So I don't actually attach a date to the idea when I'm creating it. There's gonna be more on that later. But yeah, for now, the notes are summary, notable hooks and lines, visual, music, inspiration. And now those are actually the 4 things that kind of help me generate an idea. And actually in no particular order, and they don't necessarily have to be kind of thought of at once. Sometimes I have an idea just from listening to music. And so I'll create an idea with just the music song choice that I'm using, or if there's like this certain shot that I've been inspired by and I'm like, I wanna create an idea around that, so that's where I'll put in visual inspiration. Or sometimes I kind of have like catchy puns or like hooks. So I'll write it down in the hooks idea and then kind of see how I can write a story behind that notable hook. And now the summary section is for the more less structured, organized ideas where I don't actually have a hook, visual, music, inspiration, and just kind of know that I want to make a video on like sitting down, for example. So yeah, those are typically what I see when I'm just generating an idea for the first time. And then we have the implementation. So this is for when I'm actually developing an idea, and typically that's when it's in progress. Sometimes I do fill this out when I've just like opened it up and creating it from new, but majority of the time, this part doesn't get filled out until I'm in progress. So you kind of have the final working description of the video. Of course, I rely a lot on my music in the background because I feel like just music drives the emotion a lot when it comes to these videos, so I have a specific space for that. All right, so now this is the part that I really want to work on for this year, which is the storyboard. So actually for a lot of my past videos, I didn't really have a script or any like storyboarding to it. It's literally just a bunch of lines that I want to action, and I kind of just build a story in the edit, but I want to be more organized, especially if I want to focus on more proper long form content. So yeah, so this storyboard section is just pretty simple. It's just 3 columns, which is the script, which is typically where the line would be and what frame accompanies it, and just another column for notes. So for the script part, it's just a simple text field, so it could be just like the opening hook and stuff like, this is how I organize. Then the frames part is just a shot reference. So like I've mentioned before, I use shot deck a lot. So here is where I'll embed the image. And then yeah, just notes on whether it's like, we'll be in the dark room instead. Things like that. So it's pretty simple. And then now when I'm actually filming and shooting it, I could actually reference this. So again, Notion is gonna be linked across my devices, so I can easily just like have this reference on my phone. I'll be honest, I probably won't use this for every single piece of content. There may be pieces of content where I kind of know what I'm shooting, or if I'm just shooting outside and kind of creating a story as I'm going throughout the day, like on a lifestyle vlog, then I probably won't use the storyboard section. But for kind of structured video ideas like this, or where I know I've got a fleshed out script for the idea, then I'll be using a storyboard. And typically I don't have to storyboard the whole video. I could just storyboard a section of the video that I want to do, and then the rest of it would just kind of like be freestyling, kind of like this video right now. And now let me show you my release calendar. So I've actually managed to create this kind of like interactive calendar where I can just drag and drop the ideas onto the date. So let me show you that real quick. So on the right side, it's just a simple calendar view of the content database. But what I have on the left side is a simple list of the pending ideas. Basically a filtered list of what I showed you earlier, where there's a filter of date is empty. So that way, it's only going to show the ideas which have not been assigned a date. So if I remove that filter, you're going to get every single idea I've ever done, even the ones that I've done before. Let's just undo that real quick. And one of the dope things about this is that if I know I want to plan to release this on the 27th, for example, I kind of just drag and drop that onto the 27th day. And as you can see, it's filtered away from the left side. And now I can see that it's scheduled in for the 27th. But yeah, so it's pretty cool because the calendar is interactive. So if I feel like I'm going to be delayed on this Notion video, I can kind of just move stuff around and move that, and Notion could be in tomorrow. But yeah, as you can see here, there's like so much pending ideas on this left side that I can kind of use and pick from if I'm kind of running out of content. So I try to keep this as full as possible, so I'm never running out of ideas. But yeah, that's pretty much it for how I organize my content. Shout me if you want me to send this to you. I would make it public, but I feel like I'm still kind of like working on it, and I kind of need to duplicate this so it doesn't have my like existing content if I want to share it out. So yeah, so if you want this version, just shoot me a comment or a DM and I'll get that over to you. But I know you can kind of like version templates. I've seen people do it before where they kind of send out template updates, but I need to figure out this whole like Notion ecosystem first. But yeah, hopefully this has been a really helpful insight on how I kind of organize my content. But yeah, here's to staying organized this year and hopefully make my whole life easier, because yeah, I need it.